Hello, and welcome to the Mommy Consultant. I am Michelle Kais. I am a therapist and I am also a mommy coach. The reason why this space is created is to really work on putting your needs first while you're managing all the difficulties in your home. And the best way that you can manage all the things within your home is through a calendar system. So I want to go through how I usually handle a lot of things that happen with myself, with my career, everything that I do. Hopefully this is going to be helpful and so that you can start to navigate your calendar a lot better. I mean, I don't know if it about you, but I would probably say calendar systems are one of the hardest things to manage when you have a big family. So we're going to kind of look at what we use for Google Calendar. So I'm actually going to get out of this and go to my personal email. If you notice, everything is color coded right here, and it's color coded for a reason. So if you look onto the left-hand side here, this has all of your calendars that you have. So it also already sets up things like birthdays, tasks too as well. And then it also does holiday calendars too as well. So you can click this plus sign to maybe like subscribe to someone else's calendar. You can create a new calendar for yourself. Maybe you call it like family calendar and then have a description, and then it just has the owner, and then you can create the calendar. Again, you can also subscribe to someone else's calendar. So you can click on their like email address that they give you, and then that will add that on there. And you can browse like other calendars. So this is holidays in the United States, but it might have Muslim holidays, Christian holidays. It could also put in like sports. So there's calendars for sports. Phases of the moon, I always find is really interesting. I really love things like astrology and looking at when there's like a full moon of something. So that might be something, and we'll click that on there. And then also someone can give you like a URL, they can give that to you, and then you can add that calendar on there. But for our purposes right now, we're going to go back and go to settings. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that there's ways you can create that and you can turn them off and on. So like the phases of the moon, we've added that. And then right here, you see like first quarter moon happens at this time. For example, you can have the birthday calendar, take that off. So I use a coaching calendar that is synced with Acuity. I use that when I am scheduling a lot of things. And so sometimes I'm scheduling everything from my consultations as the mommy consultant. I may be scheduling even like coffee chats. So sometimes I'll do coffee chats with other entrepreneurs, other business owners. And so this block off calendar helps me to kind of block off things, but it's also my coaching calendar and any of my sessions. So whether I'm having therapy sessions or I'm having coaching sessions with other moms or something that's really important, I use that calendar and I sync that specific calendar with Acuity. I'm not going to do a training about Acuity right now, but if you do feel like Acuity, you want to know more about Acuity, put it in the chat. I've been using Acuity probably for the past couple of years. So, this is my main calendar. This main calendar is synced with Google Home. And so that's something that I also, tell people that they could use. You can use Google Home within your system and be able to communicate. So I put a lot of like events that I have to go to. If I have to go pick up the kids for school, I might be putting that in there. And so Google will remind me. And then my also my Apple Watch reminds me of those things. The other events and things like here, for example, content calendar is everything that I do for social media. So I'm going to turn everything off so you can kind of see what that looks like. And so for anything that's related, I can do for next week, anything that's related to social media posting, I will put that on there. So I have a Facebook group and I'll put, what we do for that group. And then also for if I'm working, in the morning on any projects, because each day I work on a different project for something. So I might focus on more of my digital products. I might focus on events one day, and I might focus on YouTube, which is more on Fridays. And then from 3 to 4, I'm usually in the school car line and I'm doing a lot of the reels. Maybe the reels are already kind of done, but I'm like maybe posting them, or I am doing my editing in the car. And then sometimes the reels are posted later on in the day. So the thing about Meta is like you can't, at least I haven't found, if you found, you can please put in the chat and let me know if you found something different. But you can post like posts on Meta, but you can't do a reel. So a reel has to be done in real time. Again, if you find another option, something that would look different, please let me know. So that's example of the content calendar. As I mentioned, the coaching calendar right here, I'm blocking that. Also, if I have any chats or anything that I'm doing with clients, I also block things if it's just an important thing for me to do. So that means that in my Acuity calendar, no one can schedule on there. If I have an admin task, like something that I might put on there too as well, I'll add that on there. I don't use admin a lot, but sometimes I will. And I created that calendar for that. So there's a family one here too. I created that a long time ago because we do family, sometimes we'll do like family talks or something, or like for a while we did cleaning day. And so cleaning day is put on there. And then that calendar might be is shared with my partner. And then they would get that too as well. And as your family keeps growing, like everyone can be on that specific calendar and you can just add that person. Again, you'll just click these 3 dots right here and then you'll go to settings. And then it has everything from your notifications, managed family. So you're managing who we're sharing this with too as well, and the people that you're sharing with and who's your family on there. So you can kind of add that on there. We're doing event notifications and things like that. And are you going to integrate your calendar with something else? And embed that into like a web browser. So that's a possibility too as well. So just make sure you can go into settings when you share it with someone else. That's the way that you can navigate that. I'm going to turn everything back on just so you can see like, as I mentioned, how many kind of different things you can put on there. So it's different colors. And that will kind of help you navigate through that. So I'm going to go to the Mommy Consultant. That's my personal calendar, but for the Mommy Consultant, we really don't have much on here. I'm a solopreneur, so I have the email for the Mommy Consultant, but I don't do much. So when you start your account, and one thing about Google is just to navigate Google, you want to click this Google Apps here on the upper right-hand corner, and it pretty much has everything that you need. So for example, I use Google Drive a lot for a lot of our files and things that we're creating. And so you can put that in there, Gmail, Google Voice. So for a lot of you entrepreneurs who are looking for something that is like kind of comprehensive and all in one, this I think is the best bet so far that I've seen. Forms is a great way to create surveys instead of using like a Survey Monkey or things like that, things you have to pay for. and Blogger sites, Google Sheets. So doing kind of Excel spreadsheets in there. So this is just what I would think is the best bet to use. So in order to just do an event, so right here we have Friday 15th, you're just gonna click and then it's gonna have no title. And so maybe you have like appointment and you can abbreviate things, appointment with doctor. So maybe that's like a personal thing that you might do. So putting that on there at 1 o'clock, you can add guests. So you can add someone's email on there. You can do like a Google Meet video conferencing, a specific location that you're going, and then you just click on here and you can add any description, links, and then attachments too as well. This will help you do that. And you can put right here if it's going to be something that you repeat. Maybe you do it daily, weekly, monthly, things like that, annually. Custom, this is where you can repeat it on specific days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can repeat that every week, or you can pick a specific day to take that off and do that. So you could do it after a certain amount of occurrences too as well. And then you would just click done. So Dr. Test, I can just do that. And you can put like when you're going to be notified. Are you going to be notified like 15 minutes before you want? I would really look at this. This is something that I have on my Google Watch. I'm sorry, on my Apple Watch, and I am notified of things, when I need to do it. So we want to make our lives easier. So really thinking about taking the time and putting those, reminders before, so that you can add those notifications for yourself. So adding it 2 minutes before, 10 minutes before, or 15 minutes before, that can help you. So you're just going to keep going and create whatever you need to do. If it's something that's repeated and you can repeat that. I know this takes a lot of time, but I am telling you, if you do something every single week and do it consistently, this, can help you. An example I want to kind of leave you with is last year I was struggling a lot with motivation. And I was meeting with my accountability partner, and she was like, Michelle, you're doing it, you're getting things done. And I was like, oh, no, I don't feel like it. And I was like, I just feel like I need a weekly reminder of this. And so an example of this is we did something that was called like you are doing it, like you're getting it done. I think I put like smiley faces on there. Let's see if I can find kind of like an emoji to put on, like you're doing it, smiling face, like strong woman kind of thing, put like a heart in there. And then it was like at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then I created and this was done like repeated every weekly on Sunday. And then it was like, I think 5 minutes before 8 a.m. However you want to do it. We didn't have to fill in anything else. And then I clicked like save, and then it was like, and then it was linked to my Apple Watch. And then I would just get this reminder every Sunday. It's like, you're doing it, you're getting it done. So hopefully this provides you some encouragement to use an easy calendar system that is actually free, and you're able to add in your schedule whatever you need to do for yourself and for your family. All right. Make sure you please subscribe to the Mommy Consultant and watch any of our videos to help you really stay mindful, calm, and connected so you can put your wellness first for the next generation. Thanks.